You know, Oprah is nothing but a cheap and vulgar hustler. I've said it before. I have no time for Oprah. I never did. Not after her people tried to blackmail me into appearing on her show when it came out of Chicago, because I had given my word to another show, and they threatened and told me if I didn't dump the other show and behave dishonorably and jump on Oprah, Miss Big Oprah's bandwagon, that they were going to never ask me again. And I told them, don't ask me again. I don't want to ever be on your show. Low. Low, low, low. Do what is best for yourself. You're supposed to do what's right.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. There, that's better. I always get this ugly orange screen here. So, anyways, I was thinking about after Lady C was, I've heard that story before from Lady C about how Oprah wanted her to be on her show, but she had a prior commitment, and Oprah was obnoxious and bossy and bullying, just like Megan. And I was thinking, Megan is just like Oprah. They're the exact same personality. It's just Oprah is able to cover it with this veneer. Oprah is actually a much better actress than Megan. But I think Oprah is just as evil, if not way more so, 'cause she's been around a lot longer and involved in a lot more Harvey Weinstein and others. Um, I haven't done a research into her, but I'm sure Oprah is very much involved with a lot of evil. And I've noticed, Oprah has, not only was Oprah rejected by, she wasn't rejected at first. She was just told, she couldn't do it then. But now, obviously, after her team were so obnoxious, uh, she was rejected by Lady C. But then Oprah was also rejected by Princess Diana, who also refused to be interviewed by her. And I think that really angered Oprah. Oprah, who is quoted as saying, she wanted all white people to die. She just hates white people. And Oprah has been involved in this whole Markle debacle since day one, right? Meghan invited her to her wedding. Meghan did not invite anyone in her family except for her mother and Oprah and Amal and Clooney, George Clooney. The whole satanic cabal she invited, but she doesn't invite anyone else. So it's very suspicious there. Everyone's been saying that since day one. Oprah has just been front and center. And then on top of that, Oprah is there doing the mental health podcast with Harry and um, the infamous interview before, while Prince Philip was on his deathbed. Oprah was behind that, involved in that. She didn't stop it from coming out. Oprah's the one that released it. It was her network. So Oprah's very much now. Recently, it seems that it appears, but what do we really know? Because we don't know the daily ins and outs of Harry and Meghan. But it appears, for appearances' sake, Oprah seems to have been keeping a distance from Harry and Meghan because they are so toxic now, obviously. But that hasn't stopped Oprah from coming out and flapping her gums. And here is just one of the more recent examples in the New York Post. Oh, that is flip up by accident. Sorry. Oprah weighs in on Prince Harry, Meghan Markle attending King Charles's coronation. So why is Oprah, who is not close with them, hasn't been spending time with them recently, suddenly her opinion is so important on the topic? I guess maybe some people listen to her. I don't know who does. This came out March 16th. It's not long ago. Oprah Winfrey gave her 2 cents on whether or not Meghan Markle and Prince Harry should attend King Charles's coronation. And this is in the New York Post. So obviously Oprah is still somehow a big, a major figure here in the Harry and Meghan saga. She's in the background, but she's obviously there. And the fact that she's coming out and giving interviews in the mainstream media with her opinion is significant. Why is this even a story in the mainstream media? Is it some kind of message here to Charles, King Charles and William? We all know Oprah is not some pro-monarchy person. Her opinion was that she said, "quote I think they should do what they feel is best for them and their family. That's what I think." Winfrey noted. That's the bottom. That's what the bottom line comes down to. What do you feel like is the right thing for you? So Oprah's giving her advice there. Which I get somebody out there that's interested in Oprah's opinion on the matters. I don't know anyone who does care what Oprah thinks about this topic or any topic, but there it is, the mainstream media of all the things going on in the world right now. They have to have a huge article on Oprah opining on her opinion, her advice to Harry and Meghan because apparently she they listen to her. So again, going back and forth with will they go, won't they go? I'm not even gonna touch on that. I want to look at Oprah. I want to look at the Queen cabal here, the head witch next to Hillary Clinton, in my opinion. I want to see what her real feelings are towards Charles and William and the royal family, and what's going on here. Why is she so involved? What are her intentions? Let's see if we can get some information in a reading. I mean, Oprah is all over this story, and she's not getting. I mean, she is getting publicity, but I don't think she's getting the scrutiny perhaps that she deserves. And there's a lot to scrutinize in her history. But anyways, in this reading, I just want to look at her attitude towards King Charles, William, the royal family. The other side that she's obviously speaking to, in my opinion. She doesn't need to put an article in the New York Post to contact Harry and Meghan. That would be sending a message overseas, I would think. But let's see, what's her real attitude here? What's her game? What's she gaming at here? What has she been gaming at all along? Because she has obviously been involved since day one. And we all know Meghan ain't working alone. She's got a team helping up to F Harry's mind, in my opinion. But anyways, I just want to focus today on Oprah's attitude towards, does she have malicious attitudes towards King Charles and the royal family? Is she behind this scheme to destroy the royal family in the Western world and kill all those white people, as she has said herself, a- in order to have this, American royal family or satanic royal family or whatever the hell they're doing over there, whatever they consider themselves in Montecito. All I know is it's evil. This is evil written all over it. So I'm using the Rider Waite, and we got to take a look. What the hell's Oprah? What is this witch's involvement in this? And let's find out what we can see. What's her real attitude? What's she planning on here? And was she getting revenge for Princess Diana not allowing her to interview her, rejecting her for an interview by getting her paws on Princess Diana's son and squeezing him for mental health and accusing the royal family of racism? Sounds like something Oprah would accuse the royal family of. Oh, but she managed to get it out of Meghan and Harry's mouth somehow. Interesting. Anyways, so let's take a look at this. What's Oprah's attitude towards King Charles and the royal family? I've already shuffled the cards. I'm going to split the deck. Let's see if I can get some information. With really evil people, it's kind of hard to do a reading on because they have their evil protection, right? There's an awful lot of evil going around today. All the demons are out in the White House. That's all I gotta say. Anyhow, so what's her general attitude? What's Oprah's general attitude towards King Charles, the royal family? Oh, look at this. Going back over memories here, separations. She's very emotional here with cups. She's still wounded over that rejection with Diana, I think a little bit, or else she's emotional here. And she wants an emotional. She loves being the one who's at the center of this emotional separation of the royal family. of the two children of Diana here. And it looks like, you know, she's focused on that. And maybe she's the cause of it. Maybe that was her plan all along. It's the attitude. Or maybe she sympathizes with him. But let's see the attitude. Didn't I tell you? She's behind all this witchery to get Princess Diana's essence and transfer it to Meghan with some hoodoo voodoo, whatever she do. Wow. See, Oprah is a major witch, and Princess Diana is a powerful woman, very glamorous woman. Now, of course, I was thinking about it. Like when Princess Diana was alive, and this is back before the internet, when all we had were magazines. And Princess Diana was always in the magazines, of course, because she put herself there. And so people just got used to seeing her in magazines. And so that's like basically where her fame, how she became so famous, and when she died so young, that's why people cared. It wasn't because people were so into the royal family or they knew her. It was just that you were so used to seeing her in all these magazines. Every time you bought a magazine, I mean, she was on the cover of them so often. Back when we had supermodels and that kind of thing, it'd be the same, top models in the magazine. Well, we don't have that anymore. Everything's totally changed now. It's a totally different world. And so basically, what I'm getting at is that it wasn't that Princess Diana was so worshipped or popular. It was just that she was constantly in the magazines. I mean, it was all PR, and that's what Megan's doing now too. By the way, of course, Megan doesn't have magazines, so it's harder for Megan because she's got to cover the whole internet, which is much more difficult. Which is why she's got three PR firms, or had three. I'm sure she probably still does have three PR firms, like constantly covering everything, blasting herself constantly. The bottom of the deck, 8 of coins. Her work. Hmm. Wanting to. Oprah wants to is enjoying putting this on her totem pole of because I think Oprah had this list of who she wanted to be able to interview and get in her sphere, and she's still butthurt over Diana rejecting her and not allowing her to interview her because she knew it would be so great for her show. And Oprah, of course, she held it against. She felt that it was a racist thing. She took it that way instead of just because I mean, she was on top of the world in the 80s and 90s. Again, it was a different time. People believed what they were told on TV. It was before. I mean, a lot of people knew. I mean, there's always people who knew ahead of time that how we were lied to and programmed with the programming. But yeah, she really wanted to get her paws on Diana, and she's upset that I think part of it. Okay, maybe part of it is the separation, that she never got a chance also to interview Diana, like, even later on, like after the divorce, because I think she was going after Diana while she was still married. I think Oprah was jealous that possibly that Princess Diana spoke to Martin Bashir or whatever, not her. I think Oprah was. I mean, that's the most famous interview. And of course, for someone like Oprah, who had like the biggest, show on TV at the time, I mean, she was a huge star, and very popular. But now that you realize how evil she actually is, and the evil people she's involved with, and the way she's been in the middle of this whole debacle, Markle debacle. Yeah, she's thinking that she's couldn't get Princess Diana, so she's got one of her sons. And I think that she wants to be there if the sons, wants to be there for the involved with the emotions of the family and the family connections with Diana. She wants to be. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if Oprah asked Prince William to be interviewed, like even recently, because she probably reached out to him and said, "Well, I interviewed Prince Harry, but I'd be happy to also hear from your side of the story." Like she wants to be in the middle of this of Princess Diana's two children. She wants to be in the middle of it, you know, and then maybe get them back together again, and then Oprah can take credit for it. Like I got them back together. I had them both on my show. But she is very emotionally involved. Cups and cups. Um, Oprah and Princess Diana were very famous at the same time. I think she admired Princess Diana, but she feels very strongly a connection. And again, I got kind of get the spiritual uh, attachment. So what's the basis? But what's her attitude towards King Charles in general? Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Death and spirituality. I kind of get this is in a church or in a religious environment. Again, I'm getting the idea that an obsession. I think Oprah is obsessed with Princess Diana too, or yeah. I think she's got a bit of an obsession here with her. And I think that perhaps she doesn't like King Charles, or is thinking, how can she, you know, Oprah wants to keep bringing Princess Diana up. I think Oprah may be helping. Either she's helping to instigate Meghan's, because Meghan is obsessed with Princess Diana, but maybe it's Oprah who's also very obsessed and supporting Meghan's obsession with Princess Diana and helping her with her obsession on this stuff. And now this could just be she wants, she's hoping to put the royal family and King Charles to bed here. I mean, we got a coffin there, right? But this is also, it could be thinking of Princess Diana, who is already passed on. So it could be that Oprah's thinking, she wants to bring the drama up, bring the connections there, being involved with it after the princess's passing, kind of laying in wait. Well, let me see. Did Oprah get involved in interviewing Harry with the mental health and with the racism interview and all that drama? Was Oprah getting revenge on the royal family or Diana for not, because it must have been a huge coup for Oprah to get her hooks into Prince Harry on a show and interview him like that. I mean, that, she actually came back, to interview for that, because she hasn't done an interview show in years, right? But for Prince Harry, for Princess Diana's son, she's like, I'll interview you. Well, I'll do a show. World's worst interview. I mean, the way she was leading them with the questions, it was so obvious. Like, you could tell Oprah was leading them to the answers she wanted. It was like she was choreographing the whole thing. So, was that her intention? Was she getting like revenge on the royal family and Princess Diana? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Oprah is definitely involved with the whole, race, BLM, critical race theory, nonsense, this whole, communist, woke, anti-American agenda, anti-Western world agenda. Yeah. She's like, finally, I get my justice on this racist royal family. I finally got my hooks into Princess Diana's son, the closest she could get to Princess Diana. She wanted Princess Diana bad. She wanted to interview her bad. So Oprah's a bit obsessed. I think Oprah's obsessed with the royal family. She may act like she's not, but she is. I think she is. She's definitely obsessed with Princess Diana. I think it started there, and her rejection by Princess Diana, because not many people rejected Oprah in those days, right? It's Princess Diana and Lady C, apparently. So yeah, so it was a huge deal to her, and I think that that's part of Oprah's resentment, and I think that certain. I think Oprah may see the royal family as just this, the symbol of whiteness. I think some people do see the royal family as that. I mean, even though it's ridiculous, it's actually British culture and history, and it's not like all white people worship the royal family or something. But I think so this with magic and Satanism and all that stuff, I mean, everything's symbolic. And of course, a lot of people think the royal family is also evil. I don't know. I'm just saying, though, there's something here that Oprah is definitely obsessed with the royal family, and particularly Princess Diana, and conjuring up Princess Diana's memory and her ghost, her spirit, perhaps. I think Harry has been. Now, I don't know. In his book, again, I have not read his book, but certain clips I've heard, Harry seems to be on this, new age, finding himself spiritually, being in touch. I mean, didn't he say in one interview, when I heard my mother say she just wanted me to be happy, I knew it was okay. Like, he's sounding like he's talking to his mother through someone, allegedly. So it looks like Harry is being influenced. My point is, There is this using Harry to reach Diana spiritually going on. There is, besides everything else they're doing to Harry, whatever else they're doing. And there's a spiritual satanic vibe to it as well, very evil, you know, ideas going on here. So, yeah. And Oprah's in the middle of it. Oprah is smack dab in the middle of this and putting herself out there all the time. So what is she expecting? What's she expecting to do? King Charles and the royal family. Ooh, yeah, she wants to take them down. She loves the idea of poor people coming into the royal family. I mean, not that Meghan was ever poor. Meghan pretended to be poor, right? Meghan lied and told people in a speech, I worked my way through college. I took out loans. I had a job after school and I paid my way through and it was worth it. And that's when Samantha Markle came out and said, you liar, dad paid for every penny, right? I think what Oprah wants, Oprah likes the idea, of course, of bringing down the royal family, because I think Oprah doesn't like the elitism of it, I guess, the class-based system, which is a British culture. I mean, it's getting better over the years, but it's British culture, but she hates it. Oprah hates it. And she likes the idea of lowering the royal family's image. I think she felt like Diana thought she was too good as a royal to be on a stupid show like Oprah's, tacky American show. And so Oprah's like, oh, we'll see who's tacky. Wait till you see what I do to your family. So I think that Harry and Meghan, this could be Harry and Meghan here too. I think Oprah is definitely very much either in charge or one of the people in charge of Harry and Meghan and leading them astray and in turning the royal family into a circus and to belittle them and to make them look bad and to make them look racist. And that's part of it, right? Because that's the big thing now is everyone's racist, right? Especially if you say you're not racist, well then you're definitely racist. you know I mean, it's such a mind f. I just can't. It's such a communist mind f. The anti-racist uh ideology they're shoving down people's throats, which is actually reverse racism, or not even reverse, it's just racist. So that's Oprah. Oprah's a racist. She's all behind that, and this is justice to her. She wants reparations. Maybe she thinks she wants reparations to the royal family or something. I don't know, but she's getting revenge. She wants justice for Princess Diana, and she's doing it through the children. Yeah. This could just be she looks like she wants to, and she's hiding in the background. I kind of see her scheming and plotting, laying in her bed saying, giving it and, but being very quiet about it. She's very quiet. She doesn't want you to know she's involved. She's trying to keep her reputation, whatever left of it she has, and she's being very quiet about it in the background, but she is possibly the main cause of all this behind Megan. We all blame Megan this, Megan that. Well, who's fueling Megan up? I think Megan's got support somewhere. She's got people helping her, and I think Oprah is a major one. Even though publicly, they seem to be for public viewers, they're putting up an image in public that they have nothing to do with each other, but that may not be the case so much. Because Oprah definitely wants to be involved in the royal family and in taking down the royal family and diminishing its importance, and it's partly revenge for. So, what does she not want? What is she with the royal family? What is she afraid of or not want with them? Hermit. She doesn't want them being on high, looking down on others, being seen as this light that leads the way, because that is part of the spiritual, and also the coronation, right? It's a spiritual, religious, or at least it's supposed to be. I think heard some people are worried it's going to be a woke, World Economic Forum thing, which would be very concerning. So and she doesn't want them to be seen as this old, Hermit's a very old person, and that's like the institution of the monarchy. It's very old. So she doesn't want that. She doesn't want them remaining on top of that mountain, shining a light for the people, a way of being, and inspiring them, because the globalists that Oprah is one of, they're trying to depress people and fill them with fear, right? Everything they're doing is a fear campaign. The whole COVID thing is a fear campaign, bunch of lies, so many lies, but they're still, that's the way they're controlling people. And the royal family is inspiring people with their culture and their identity, and being proud of that. And Oprah doesn't want that. Oprah wants them. If Britain were more influenced like in America, which I'm not saying they should be, I think Britain is lucky in this case that they have a royal family, because unfortunately this woke ideology spreads so much in America, because there's no real, if we had a family that represented American values with everything they did to remind people, like, hey, this is how you want to be, this is the ideal. Instead, they're coming with their woke, you know, racist critical race theory nonsense, and they're brainwashing with that instead. But in Britain, you've got a royal family and a strong culture, and Oprah wants to break that. She wants to end that. That's in the way of the new world order. Tradition, right? Anything traditional that's in the way, and Oprah's trying to help destroy the royal family. So she doesn't want the royal family to stick around and continue shining a light there. What she does want, she wants to start a new royal family. I mean, this is a new start. This is being in charge. This is, I call the shots here. You want your son Harry, you're going to have to go through me kind of vibe here. She wants power in the royal family, and she wants, again, I think this is like the little castle back here. She wants, Oprah is the main push to bring a royal family to California and to start one there, a new world order royal family. Oprah is the main impetus behind that. This is her project. This is her new beginning that she wants. She's like, oh, you're going to reject me for an interview? You think you're better than me? Well, guess what? I'm going to take Princess Diana's son. I'm going to separate the sons here, get them separated, and I'm going to make them start a family in California. Have a new, we'll have our own royal family. How does Oprah see, how is Oprah affected by King Charles and Prince William, the rest of the royal family? Yeah, look at that Nine of Cups. Yeah, she really hates them. Very emotional. It's a very irrational hatred that she has for the royal family. It's like she blames everything on history on them and um, white people. And I think she thinks that, yeah, it's emotional. It's like not uh, measured and thought out and historically referenced. It's more of just like, I just hate them. They're so white and they just think they're so great. And everybody just loves them. I hate them. And they have their little ceremonies and so she just wants to take them out. They make her so unhappy because, as wealthy and famous as she became, and it could be argued, most people that got wealthy through Hollywood is through satanic ceremonies and sacrifices, right? Same with the government, all very evil. Well, as evil can only give you so much. See, the royal family has the church, so that gives them something that the fame and prestige and history that Oprah doesn't have, and she just, ugh, she can't stand it. She's like, oh, they're so stuck up, So, I mean, I don't know. I'm phrasing that exactly the way she would phrase it, but just that it's very emotional. Cups, 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 cups. She just wants to take down the royal family. She's very much a part of this in Meghan and in. She really does not like King Charles and the royal family. Does not respect them, feels they're racist, wants to take them out. She's part of the woke agenda, the woke anti-American communist agenda, transhuman agenda here. This is her job within the globalists setup there with Bill Gates and Soros and Rothschild and whoever else is involved in it, and helping to take out down the royal family with Harry and Meghan. Because really, I mean, it's Oprah in the center of everything. She's there. She's living right down the damn street. Why did Harry and Meghan move to Santa Barbara, right down the street from Oprah? So she really is the center of this. It's all like her concoction. And so what's she gonna do next? What's she gonna do next? Eight of Wands reverse. So I see her maybe stopping Harry and Meghan from going to the coronation, or um, laying low from the media for a while. Maybe she made her statement and she's going to lay low during the coronation. I see her wanting to stop something, wanting to prevent it from going on, delays. Yeah, preventing things from being coming out about the coronation. She's probably with Gail going to try to take over coverage of it. Gail King is the royal, person. If you want, she has no expertise in it, but suddenly she's the mainstream media, owned by the globalists, put Gail in charge of covering everything royal, right? So of course they'll twist it. So I think Oprah wants control of the narrative of the royal family in the United States by having Gail and her, maybe even her too. But even if it's Gail, Gail obviously follows orders of Oprah as well, right? Because Gail's still a flying monkey of hers. So I think that she wants to cover and distort the press coverage of the coronation. Oprah is, and I think she may also be holding back Meghan and Harry, or just the news of it. I mean, I don't take it so much as Meghan and Harry. I shouldn't say that. I should say the news of it and the publicity. So as the coronation comes up, Oprah is, you know, going to be trying to twist the narrative in the PR here and distort it and stop things from coming out that she doesn't like, that maybe that are favorable. Because you notice in America now, I mean, maybe I just haven't noticed it, but there's not a lot of positive publicity about the royal family, right? It used to be before Harry and Meghan. Um, you we would in the U.S. you would get books, and every now and then someone would write a long piece, perhaps about the royal family and their history, and write something about them. But it was always kind of like it was nice. It was like positive. It was objective. But now all you see is garbage, right? All you see is attacks and etc. And Oprah wants to feed into that. She helps with that. And the long term, I think Oprah wants to go to the coronation. I see this as the coronation card. I think she wants to go. And or she may be having her separate uh, satanic coronation going on for Harry and Meghan in Montecito. And you know why I say that? Because I don't know. Have you ever heard at the Vatican, when a pope is elected and there's a ceremony for the pope, the Satanists have their own ceremony with their anti-pope? Well, I think Oprah is going to do a ceremony with an anti-king. That could be Harry. I think she's gonna be in charge of that. She's gonna be doing some kind of satanic anti-king ceremony. So it's because she wants two kings. Well, actually, she wants one king. She wants the royal family in California. She wants Harry and Meghan to be the king and queen. She wants that for sure. I mean, not that she expects to get that, not officially, but satanically, secretively, with their own little ceremony, they could do that. Yeah, because I think Oprah is definitely a witch or, Satanist. It's definitely involved in those people, and Hollywood's very much, you don't get that wealthy and famous without it. Just saying. And yeah, I see her doing something like that at the time of the coronation. I wonder, but I really don't think Harry would miss the coronation. I mean, I think he would have to be there. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know. If Harry and Meghan don't go to the coronation, I would wonder if they were doing a anti-coronation ceremony with Oprah involved. Wouldn't put it past her. That woman is evil. And before I sign off, I haven't used these cards in a while. I keep forgetting to use them. But when I'm doing an evil reading, I feel let's look at some Mildred Harris cards. Just for fun. Let's see what this shows. I'll just throw a few cards. Say, what is Oprah trying to do to the royal family here? What's her involvement? What's she doing here? Well, that just jumped out. Okay, water, star, candle, bone, and octopus. Uh-huh. Okay, so the water represents purity, change, could be baptism. I wonder if she was involved in that so-called baptism. I bet you she was there. I bet you she was probably the godmother. How much do I make a bet? They wouldn't name who the godmother was, right? They said it was Tyler Perry. You know the godmother had to be Oprah, right? And someone mentioned in the comments that she said I thought everyone knew Tyler Perry was a Satanist. I didn't know, but I don't follow him. I have no idea. I knew nothing about him really, very little until for the whole thing with Megan. So anyways, yeah, I guess I'm kind of ceremonial and also subconscious. This could also be about subconscious. So I think that subconscious, that unconscious bias that she's put in Harry's mind, um, she may be, um, and also planting things unconsciously in our minds and in people's minds in general with her, her dealings with Harry and Meghan and what she's doing. Star, sudden sense of clarity, vision, inspiration, hope. She has hopes of creating a royal family in California. They're a new anti-royal family, an eviler one. If you think the first one's evil, she's gonna make an eviler one. Candle, spiritual enlightenment, hope, life. Candle in the wind. Again, an obsession. I think she's obsessed with Princess Diana. I mean, I think she just like Meghan. I think she's really obsessed with her. Uh, yeah. Maybe is Oprah gay? I've heard that Oprah is gay, so maybe she had a crush on Diana. Maybe she's in love with her. Let me see. Mortality, leaving something behind, having something to hide, strong foundations. I think this is about mortality number one because she's um felt like Princess Diana's death ruined her opportunity to interview Diana in the future. Maybe she was still hoping to get her. But I also get the idea of leaving something behind here, and um, Oprah wanting to leave behind this revenge, doing this, destroying the royal family for revenge, for feeling that they were racist, in her opinion, for Princess Diana not coming on her show, right? And last one, greed, entanglement, multitasking, high intelligence. So this is like basically Oprah. She's very much multitasking in the background, secretively, quietly in the ocean over here. She's submerged. You don't see her, but she do see her with the interview with Harry and Meghan, but she sort of sinks beneath the ocean. You don't see her, but she's still very much involved and entangled in everything, and very much, especially with anything in the media and what they do. Yeah, so she's Harry and Meghan are her pet projects. She's very much involved in what's going on with Harry and Meghan, very much calling the shots, I believe. And she hates King Charles and the royal family, apparently. I think she just hates the royal family, the institution, and just white people in general. I think she's racist. But she's especially angry at not being able to have interviewed Princess Diana, and she blamed the royal family for that. You know, perhaps Princess Diana said to her, "I'd love to, but I can't. The royal family would never, I would, whatever." Maybe she blamed it on them. When really probably Princess Diana didn't want to be interviewed by. No, I don't know. I think maybe she would have wanted to be. Who knows? But I think Princess Diana blamed the royal family, so now Oprah blames the royal family for insulting her and felt that they were racist. Yeah, I think Oprah had a crush on Princess Diana. I think she's as obsessed with her as Meghan is. That's a vibe I get. A lot of emotions here. Very emotional, irrational. But whatever the case may be, she's out to destroy now. I'll tell you what. Yeah, for certain. Anyway, so that is what I see for Oprah and her feelings towards King Charles and the royal family. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.